What up, what up? It's your boy Akie, checking in here with another video. I want to make a really quick video to not only let you know what I'm doing right now in my business, but some things that I think that it may be important for you to consider as you continue on with business, even if you're, choosing to continue to do business at this time. Because I know there's a lot of people out here in the market, not only in real estate, but just other industries where you're providing a service to people. Because make no mistake, this is a service-based business service-based business that you are, some people are just choosing to call it quits altogether. Some people are choosing to take a pause and see what the market is going to do. But for our particular business, we're of the model and of the state that you want to be able to do things with as little risk as possible, and I think that is a huge incentive to continue on with business as normal. Obviously, you don't want to contract things that aren't deals, and put people in crazy situations, especially amidst what we're all going through as a nation. But I think it's really important that you continue on with business as normal. So, saying all that, what I'm continuing to do is I'm continuing to market, man. I'm out here. I'm continuing to do the cold call. I'm continuing to do the PPC. I'm continuing to actually no, I've actually slowed down on the bandit signs, and actually altogether, my bandit sign guys actually um, just having to do something else right now. And that's just because if he gets caught out putting up signs, what I contract him out to do is a non-essential business, so he's not able to do that type of marketing for me, which is okay. As soon as he's able to, when people are actually allowed to, do jobs like that, then I guess he'll be able to continue as normal. Typically, what we were doing was 100 to 200 signs a month. Now, that's going to completely go to zero. So whatever's out there right now will just continue to be out there. And, the leads we get from that, hopefully we can turn into deals. If not, then we'll continue to do bandit signs as normal. So what I'm doing for cold calling is I've completely seen a huge shift, and let me know in the comment box below if you guys have seen this, but I've seen a huge response in terms of actual contacts with my cold calling, and obviously it's because more people are home, right? A lot of people are out of work. A lot of people are at home all day on the phone. So as soon as that phone rings, they know it's probably something more important than not. And for myself personally, I've noticed a huge drop overall in a lot of spam calls. So they know when they're getting the calls, probably from someone, or what I'm imagining the situation is, they're probably thinking that it's from somebody that they likely know. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm actually upping my the calling, and I am also implementing a new type of marketing into my overall marketing spiel, and that is RVMs. I've never done RVM before. Yesterday, and actually, I lied. I've done a little bit of slide broadcast before, and right now I'm using another system right now that I am just testing out, because I wanted to reach a mass amount of people right now. Who knows if this thing could be over tomorrow? Who knows if it's going to be another 6 months? But I think it's important to diversify and be able to get leads at a high level from multiple different streams. A lot of people like the aspect of going very deep with marketing, and I 100% agree with that. But I feel like at this point in time, my cold calling is producing a lot of leads, and I'm not going to pour more money into that. Right now. I'm just going to test out something right now in the market where a lot of people are at home, and I think it makes sense for me personally to test that out. Obviously, doing so in a safe way, in an ethical way. I am going to do that, and I'll let you guys know my result from that. Um, so, what I'm noticing also from sellers is that a lot of people are a little bit more flexible in terms of what we're doing for financing deals. Obviously, lenders are scared as shit, because there is not a lot of incentive to fund deals right now. I mean, a lot of people have packed up. A lender of mine in particular that I've used for several deals this year already is completely packed it up and went home. They will no longer be in business. They're no longer funding deals, and that's even if the market, is good tomorrow. They're just done. And that's the reality of business overall, is that, anything can happen, and that one uh, just outbreak in society can cause you to just pack up and go home, especially a business like the mortgage and lending business. It is very fickle, and it does involve a lot of people to fund that whole fund where they can then, lend you money on your deals. So, when the more people there are in the situation, more emotions are involved, and if it's not on a firm foundation, then it's going to be a situation where your uh, your business, which in my case, my business was getting money from them, is just at a standstill. So what I'm doing for that, I mentioned this I think in a video, last video or the video before that, was that I'm actually doing or giving the sellers an option for seller finance, where I purchase it, we leave the property in their name. I continue on to make their mortgage payments, and as we renovate the property, or we, do the value add portion of what we like to do to then wholesale the property, then we go about it that way, as opposed to, and give them a return, obviously, as opposed to going out and searching and trying to look for a lender on a property like that. So that works out real good. And we have a couple properties like that that we're looking at to do it that way. And yeah, so other than that, keeping it to assignments, not really looking for lenders, because the lenders' rates at this point in time are just outrageous. They want a lot more money down. And in this type of market, it's important for you as an investor to stay liquid. I'm personally trying to stay as liquid as possible, because when deals do become available in a matter of months or maybe even a year, then you want to be able to capitalize on that. And at that point in time, mortgage, not mortgages, but lending rates will be a lot more reasonable. You'll be able to spread yourself out a lot more thin. For me, anyways, I keep saying you, but I'll be able to spread myself out, and be able to, purchase properties at a higher clip, and be able to, find those opportunities that I want to. But so the deals that I'm searching out for right now, and the sellers that I'm talking to on a day-to-day basis, obviously I'm getting a bunch of different leads from different places, right? But right now, I think it's important for me to be doing the acquisitions portion, and I'm still talking to acquisitions people, potential acquisitions people that I can have fill that road on a weekly basis. Not as, you know uh, stringent and really seeking that type of person in my business right now. Um, just because I want to be able to talk to these people myself. I've never been through the situation before, so why would I have someone that's never, I'd be training them in this type of environment, um, to potentially, not have a position in a month or two, just due to what the market could do, as well as, like, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I've never been through the situation, so I wouldn't be able to train for it. So I feel that it's important for me to be able to handle different situations and provide value, solutions, etc. And solutions in terms of, people needing to move out of places, situations in terms of people needing help with different things, needing help for food, all that kind of stuff. You can't teach that to somebody in this type of environment, because it's not as personable, it's not as uh, you know in your face type of situation. So I know a lot of people do the virtual thing, and I even am doing the virtual thing, but I'd feel a lot more comfortable in my business right now if I was doing the talking to the home seller. In terms of buyers, man, the buyers in my market are, I've seen a lot of them back up in terms of just not really, you know, they're getting loans on things, just like I get loans on things. And you know, it's not that many people that have that liquidity to be able to buy now and be able to still be able to pay contractors and things like that. So a month ago, 2 months ago, people were hitting me up on a weekly basis asking me for deals. Hey, do you have deals in this part of town? Do you have deals in that part of town? Getting calls all the time from buyers. But and a lot of times I would just flip them myself. But at this point in time, that has slowed down a ton. I've even talked to a buyer this morning that said he bought two properties um, last week, and he bought one this week, and it's already Wednesday. And that just gives me kind of a gauge, let me know that not as many people are buying, but some people are still aggressively buying. So that's encouraging. I'm talking to this guy about a deal that I locked up last week, and we'll see if that deal works out. I'll let you guys know more about that. Um, but yeah, man. Personally, what I'm doing is I'm continuing the market. Um, uh, because I feel like if you can do well in this market, then honestly, when things get sunny, when uh, the real opportunities do present themselves, then not only will I have liquidity to be able to purchase things for buy and hold long term, which is my overall goal, but it'll honestly be it'll put me in a state to where I'll be able to level up and be able to put on people that I want to put on inside of my business. So I have one thing that I want to say to you, um, that are watching my channel is I think that if you're gonna market during this time, if you're gonna do business at this time, then fucking do it. Like do it. Like if you're gonna do it at this time, like go all in. Um, Not only that, provide as much value as you can to the seller. And the whole reason why I'm making this video is because I think it's very important for you to pick up your phone, kind of like I'm doing. Not saying I'm even the best at this, but definitely document what you're doing, because next year at this time, um, when there's hard money out there, not necessarily important for hard money because that's asset-based lending, but in order for you to get a group of people in your local market to be able to fund your deals is a lot more powerful at a time like this than than say um, than say just regular hard money. Private money is where it's at, and making content of what you're doing, where you're succeeding at a high level, and where you can get returns for people at a high level, especially if you continue to do deals during this time, is going to be very, very important for you to make content like this. So pick up the phone today. Show what kind of marketing you're doing. Show what deals you're at, and it'll be very, very helpful, not only for you 10 years down the line for you to see how much you've grown, but also for investors that are interested in getting better returns than they're getting in the stock market right now in 2020. So that's all I got for this one, guys. I will talk to you in the next video.